G'day, I'm Adrian, and this is my place. G'day everyone, welcome back to the Fishroom. I really appreciate you taking the time to come and hang out with us, and that's really what you're going to be doing with me today. Everything I had planned for the week didn't happen. The videos I wanted to do didn't happen. I was taking some random stuff throughout the week, and essentially this is my my Seinfeld episode. It's going to be a video about nothing in particular, but hopefully it'll be entertaining. So yeah. I've got a heap of stuff I go through as far as the babies and other surprises I've had during the week, and a couple of issues with some power outages. So anyway, go and get comfy because I'm going to talk about fish and a whole heap of other stuff as well.
Okay, so I've come out here tonight and both Ziggy and Black, Zig, you're supposed to, we're talking, we're on film, we're camera, yeah? So both Ziggy and Black reminded me, first of all, that there was babies in here, and I thought they were referring to, I had, would you believe, today is the day after the release of my Akara video, and I had another bunch of wrigglers in there. Now Mum has taken them over here. So I've probably got, you may not see them in there. His dad coming to say hello. Yeah, but that's my, I've been trying to find the little buggers, but they're right in the corner. They're still wriggler stage, so she's got them all together. So she's doing a very good job at keeping them all together. Come on, come out and say hello. There you go. So I'm almost certain they're in there. So when they were talking about the babies, I thought, oh yeah, okay, well, fair enough, they know what they're talking about. I saw them this morning too, I knew they were in there. And then I saw these two guys behaving quite interestingly. So this is the girl, and I wanted to cross a leopard girl. I call them leopards, but that's, you know, whatever their name is. In fact, Eric Bodrock did tell me what they call them in the States. And then you got this guy, which is the big pearl scale orange koi type of angel that I bred a long time ago. So anyway, so whilst I was watching these two, I happened to look up and see this. So yep, they have bred. So I think if I were to put this down to why I'm getting so much action in the 8-foot community tank, I actually turned the 2 of the heaters off about 3 weeks ago. So I reckon maybe the colder temperature, and it's still about, so overnight it's been getting down to about 16 here. So that's, yeah, I don't know, you know, it's got something to do with it, I reckon. So anyway, I'm going to take these guys out of here now because there's no way they'll survive, and I really want this pairing, like super excited. So yeah, I'm going to do that right now. I will put it on time lapse, or I might even try to actually just put it on film to show you how I'm doing it. So what I'm thinking is these will scatter, of course, if I you know, try to sort of move that. And also if I had a net, they'll also sort of get jammed in there. So I'm thinking of putting a container, like a jug underneath. This guy's not happy. I'm sorry, I am going to, ouch. That was funny. He did actually hurt me then. Not much, of course, because I'm, you know, tough, but still. That little ball of fry, I've got to somehow get out of it, because these guys are obviously waiting around. Cue the Jaws theme. I can't do that because of copyright, but you know what I mean. They will smash it. And Mum over here, so with what was left of the 4th batch of Akara spawn, let me just see if I can get around here. She's actually still got some babies in here. I don't know if they're down there, I can't see because it's too dark. But yeah, so she's been keeping them right up the back there. So I have actually been successful in sort of keeping a few of those guys alive. So, all right, back to the task at hand. I've got to get these guys out of here now. because I've discovered these guys, I actually don't have my mic on. So if the sound is shit, you know why. And I'm going to try to focus on these guys and not the video and or the sound. So let's just see how I go. Okay, I got them. Let's have a look at them. Okay, so I've got these guys set up now. You can see probably still a few on the leaf there. Let's see if we get that light better. Alright, so you can probably still see some on that light there, where the light is on the leaf there. And some all went to the bottom. I don't think I missed any. Now I've got them in here in this tank because it has a heater already. I have oxygen at the top for the fryer. We're running to it just ticking over. It's not smashing out, but I've got a lot of plants in there to slow it down as well. And I've got some swasitane in there jammed down underneath the air stone. And of course there's the heater, which is running at about 26 degrees in this tank, which that heat will come up and warm that tub up, and the air will keep that flowing around. Zig was concerned, but you happy with that? Is that enough, you think, or yeah? Okay, what about now? What should we do now? Hey? Yeah, I know it's getting late. What time is it? It is. Okay. It's not too bad. I'm not going to be in too much trouble. So I really feel like an ass, though. There's no doubt about it. Again, Mum and Dad have been looking for the babies since I took them out, but yeah, there's not much I can do about that. They really would have... I've got them. They're safe, my boy. I promise you. They're way safer with me. I'll take really good care of them. Poor thing. He's huge. Check out how long. I'll just turn the... hang on a sec. I just wanted to turn the torch off so I didn't scare him, but check out the size of that boy against my hand. So he's a pretty decent angel. I know, still looking for your babies. All right, well, we've fed. We've just got to feed the live food, and we'll go up and see what Brutus is doing. What do you reckon? What do you want to look up here? Do you want to look how big that angel is? Have a look how big that angel is. Hey? Can you see him up here? Up here, Zig, up here. No, the angel. I know, they're not your favourite fish. I know, the Gadiads are. All right, well, let's go and finish up.
Yeah, mate, I know. I'm going to tell them now. I know. You're right. You're 100% right. So I've got home, and this tank was half full. And the reason is the power went out. Now, I'm actually going to design a system, because what happens is, obviously it overflows, but I've got a siphon running through here, so it comes down, but I've stopped it about halfway, so it doesn't actually run out. It doesn't kill the fish, but what it means is when the power goes on, and luckily my dad was home today when the power went off and came on, he turned off the sump, which I don't want. Yep. On this one, and also of course on the sump over here. So what happens is that it drains out and it overflows out to the street, or to my garden, which is great. But when it turns on, there's not enough water, obviously, in the pump. Then the sump, the pump pumps it up, and the sump runs dry. So I've actually got an idea with an IBC where this is really bad. It's embarrassing. I shouldn't even show this, but anyway, it is what it is. I'm sure everyone's got the same. Gee, what are you doing, dude? I know, just a minute. So essentially, those 6 tanks there. Dick, dude, hop off. Thank you. Those 6 tanks there run through one mate Please move. Come on, move. So essentially, those 6 tanks there run through this system here just barely. I don't think there's enough for. In fact, I think that's okay. So Zig's now in there. I don't even know if is this your contracted section that you have to be in here? Dude, just give me a minute, please. It's not even that. Oh, actually it is. Yeah, no, I was late home tonight. I forgot. I'm not in trouble because I've already been upstairs and seen Mrs. Fishroom, and I've just put my dinner in the oven. Well, actually, she did. I shouldn't even say that. That was her that did that. But if you can see the pump, the pipe here, it's actually got a dip in it around here. So it's it's holding water, and then I've got it overflowing here. What I'd like to do is take this pipe. I want to put a 4-inch pipe through this wall here, and I'll show you in the light, I'm sure, after this segment. But if that goes out there, I actually want to dig an IBC into the ground so that I have this entire tank and this rack here flowing outside. I actually want to insulate it and have it so it flows over into a barrel, for example, through a biofilter. It filters up, and I'll try to see if I've got some old footage. I don't think I have, but I'll see. But you understand if you watch my bio barrel filter videos. So if that's out there and insulated, and I was thinking of even putting some corrugated iron around it, and then having it flow back in through the sump through here as per normal. So it's rather ambitious, I know, but it's something I think that I can do. So I'm going to have a crack at that. What are you doing? Like, what are you eating? No, what is it, dude? What is that? It's just a bit of stick. All right, you can chew that, I guess. Don't swallow it. So it's something that Zig's been pushing me to do, and quick discussion with Brutus, he agreed. So yeah, so that's it. So anyway, I'm filling this up just quickly. I've got this running flat out. It's flowing into all of the tanks, but this one, when it fills up, then I'll turn the pump on. That should have enough water then, capacity to catch up and keep it flowing through. So I'm going to go through and feed the room now. So I've actually got a whole heap of babies. You would have saw the 5th. Actually, here you go. While I'm thinking about it, here's the 5th batch of babies. They're still going well. I took a heap out, but they've got a heap left, which is really brilliant. This is his wife. So the 2 girlfriends over here doing their thing. She's a really good mum, and I think he'll protect them for some time. I mean, they're super small and close to some very big angels, and yeah, they're doing their thing. So the way I do that, I'll feed all of these fish down here, as I said in the other video, and then I'll milk some of this bug buffet up down here. So paradise fish, they're doing okay. Gadiad's in here. I need to get rid of the duckweed, although Jack from Mad Aquarium said he'd take every last bit of, sorry, not duckweed, what is that stuff, frog bit? Yeah, I know, it's frog bit. You know what frog bit is, don't you? And as you can see, the reason I said duckweed is that over there. So yeah, so I'll lift this door and feed these guys, feed the rest of the room, and that'll be done for me tonight. I think I'll go have some dinner and see what fish videos I can find on YouTube to watch. I'm sure there'll be something out there.
Okay, so the sheriff was out sheriffing and Black was out blacking. Yeah, you don't like mint, Zig. And I thought, well, it's probably not, it would be remiss of me not to show you how to start this side of the room. Given I explained how to, I've started this side of the room now. It's pretty close. I fed the room already, so it's still overflowing, but that should pretty much balance out. I might put a little bit more water in that. And Mum's still protecting her babies. Now, all the plex are out. And I've got quite a few peps in here, to say the least. Understatement. So these little dudes will be for sale soon as well. So I will advertise these guys and others for sale when I'm selling my fish and tell you where you can actually buy them from. I've just gone through and put some brine shrimp in. just hatched out there on this side of the room, and I fed it to these guys here. There, are they looking? Yeah, they're still doing pretty well. I fed it to all these guys up here, and I'll show you the babies, the 4th and 5th batch. I put the 5th batch in here. I'm not sure if I mentioned that yet. It's late and I don't know where I am. In the video, that is, and I'm in the fish room. So yeah, look at all these dudes. They're everywhere. Look, this little bunch over here. So I certainly have a few Acaras to sell. No doubt about it. Oh, the gold lasers are out. Look, I've actually got babies in here that were, you know how I took in the Corridor breeding video, the results one. I showed the results, obviously, of breeding these guys, but this was the results of them naturally in the tank. I've seen 2 in there together, so there might be more, but there's 2 in there. Little baby Matais are bred in here as well. Little baby Matai. So yeah, everything's doing pretty well. I've fed, so it's a bit murky, but these guys, they have the camera, as you know, but they look spectacular when you get up close and get the light on them. Alanakara Kubwe, I think that's pronounced. I cleaned this tank up as well. Look, Mr. Wendell's out waiting for some food. As soon as I turn the lights out, he's just ready to go because of the Serpe Tetra, which I think look amazing. Especially amongst the that Blitzer Japonica there. I'm going to get another 20 of these actually. I'm going to fill this tank. I've only got one massive Congo Tetra left. So when he passes, or maybe even before, I'll probably put another 20 in there to... it's not a species only because I have the albino cherry barbs in here, which I do enjoy. If you can see that spot, that's off my shirt. That's a... I'm sorry about that. I didn't think about that when I was filming, deciding to film, but that's what happens in the fish room. So Mr. Wendell is about to get fed. I've actually got for him... What to do with it? Oh, it's over here. Everyone else has got bug buffet tonight, and the Mr. Wendell has got these guys. Mr. Bojangle's got the same thing, and the red tiger Dario's got that as well. So I'm going to drop that in there now, turn the lights off, and then yeah, I will see what the hell's next in this video. I'm just putting random shite together at the minute.
Yes, mate, I know. You're hungry, I'm hungry. Let's just get this done as soon as I explain what's going on. So this tank similarly overflows out of here, and it's basically at that level now. So what happens is when the pump turns on, it pumps all of the water into all of these tanks. So that would drain the water out of here very quickly and leave me nothing, and basically have that pump run dry. So what I've got to do, canister filters, just to show you the opposite. So this, when the power goes off, it will drop a little bit, but it's got a canister filter down here. It doesn't flow out of the system. So when this turns back on, you know, it's not so bad after an hour or two, or even half a day, it'll be okay as far as the bacteria is concerned. It'll pump back up straight through here, and that system is pretty much complete as far as, you know, a fail-safe is concerned. That's what I want for over here with the IBC, which I will explain in the light of day. So I know, dude, he listens to everything. You're just waiting for me to end it, aren't you? So what I'm going to do now is very quickly, this sort of lights us off, but that's still running actually. Oh yeah, no, see how full that is? That means I've got to turn that off. So I've got the siphon going again. So what I'm going to do is switch it to the other side of the room. That's still going. Now what's happening is it's filling somewhere. I can't work out where until I actually go and have a look. Oh, that's the other thing, is that this air wasn't working when I had a look at it. So what I've had to do tonight, even though it's late and I don't want to be in the fish room doing this, I've actually had to install a new air line into the main, and then just run a separate line across for these two tanks because they wouldn't do well without air. And this one, I don't even know where this comes from, so I've just shut that one down in a minute. Do you know where that comes from? What do you reckon with that? Yeah, I know. Okay, so what I was saying is I've got to get to this manifold, which I hide in here through my little fake plants. Now, it's on there, so I'm going to turn that one off. I don't want it in there. Where I want it to go is through this pipe right here in the sump. So the water just directly goes into the sump, which the pump will then pick up and take up into the tanks and fill the rest of them up to the, I guess, critical mass where it's actually going to maintain itself. So that's going up to this tank at the moment. So I'm going to turn that one off. So that's off, that's off. This one I know goes up to this tank, which I don't want to fill. And this one I know goes down to the bottom tank. So I'm going to turn that one on. So what that means is when I walk back over here, and so I've already switched that, that's on, that's on. I should have water coming out down here now. Oh, look, I do. Okay, awesome. So now that's going to overflow if I don't touch it out of this outlet. Can you see that? Sorry, Zig moved, my boy. That one there. So that'll overflow out of there. And I've also got fish in here, as you know. So what I've got to do now is, that's for the lights. Here's the pump. Switch this on. That'll now start to drain down, maybe even to halfway, but enough so that the fish in here still live. And you can hear the system going nuts. In fact, I'm going to turn that off because it just makes everything disgusting. And I'm just going to use this bucket to drain out of the end line all the dirty water. I'll show you how that looks now. Okay, sorry I had to drop you there. But what I had to do is get this out of the system. So Zig loves the smell of that, don't you, Zig? So what I do, this is the end of the run from that pump when it pumps up all through these tanks. This is the very end of the line. So I open that valve up and I take it out of the tank. You can see I just lift it straight out there. And then I hold the bucket, that's why I couldn't film it. And that's all the dirty shit water that comes out. And then basically what that means is the rest of the tanks are reasonably clean. I mean, they're not great, but by the morning when I come around, they'll be clean. You can see here how cloudy that is. And it just basically pushes all the garbage through. Some tanks get it worse than others. You can see this one's not too bad, but this one got a whole heap. And then you'll find that, yeah, that water's running better than it was. That one's running. So this one's not running at all. So I've got a valve up here, which I just turn on, in theory. So that's on flat out, so you can see there's a bit of an airlock in there, but that's dripping out enough, and you can see it's quite dirty. You probably see it's coming into the water and they cloud it up, but that's okay. I've got plecos in here, they'll love that. I've got shrimp in there, they love that. Look at this one, how dirty that is when I kick it off, but this one's not so bad. Crab tank, got a heap of crap in it. This one up here, not so bad. Over here, how are we doing? Yep, they got some water flow going there. And that's not too bad given the amount of, that was the tank that I took that bucket of really crappy water out of. So that saved that going into the system once again. All right. No more surprises. What do you reckon? It's now, oh yeah, 20 past 9. I haven't had dinner yet, so I'll have dinner and, well, watch something and go to bed, I reckon. What are you doing, Zig? Yeah, no, we got to get up at 5 a.m. Come on. We're farm people. Let's go. So, given I'm going to continue the theme of how random this video is, here's Brutus. Doing really well, aren't you, boy? He hangs out in the fish room with me. He actually loves hanging out in the fish room with me, which is very cool. These guys do continue to get on great. So I've got home from work at a reasonable time today. I've still got babies. The last time I saw, I think she might have taken, oh, there you go. Sorry about the glare. I'll just fix that up. So yeah, we're probably, what's that? That would be 5 days now. So she's doing a good job. Dad's doing a good job as well. Everything else is ticking over, but I've got to, I thought I'd show you this as well. I just love the colour that the red root floater turns this tank. It does need a water change. But the core is, I'm trying to get rid of that glare. It's terrible. Maybe this angle's a bit better. So I just dropped in a couple of the sinking pellets, the green cuisine, mixed green cuisine. He brought that down the other day. He came down and did some filming with my beehive and stuff for another video he's actually doing, which is pretty cool. What I wanted to do today, and I've been waiting to really do a video, but it doesn't really take a whole video to do it, is this thing. The swampies are going great, still under the light. I haven't got a grey light yet. That's the, I think it's the 20 water from Bunnings as an LED, and everything is growing in fine, except for the Hydrocotyl Japan. It didn't like it over here. It's growing, it's Monte Carlo, growing in beautifully, and it's doing okay there, but I think it needs a grow light to do any better. So, but the top section is doing really well. I've got that coming out of there. I'm happy with that. All of the grasses are growing in nicely. The buffalo have stayed put. These dudes continuing to drink and smoke every time I look at them. And yes, I still haven't got a fishing line or the fishing pole in there. The fishing pole fell out, and I still haven't got up to Raid Mrs. Fishroom's sewing basket to get, I don't know, a piece of cotton or string out. So guppies are doing well. But what I was going to show you was this. So I need to get these off now, basically, before they turn into larger branches. But I also want to take these off and then have them push the growth up, as you can see with this one, to the upper stems. So, and then I've got to work out how to do a crown on the top of each one. They're coming in okay. If you can see that, there you go. The crown there, I've got to just sort of trim that up. So I'm just going to do a little bit of that now, and I'll show you the end result. I will, yeah, I think I'll time lapse this one, and I think I'll remember, hopefully. You're going to find out shortly if I did or I didn't. Doesn't that look good? Yeah, I do spend way too long looking at this tank. Okay, here's the time lapse. Righto, so that's what I cut off, all pulled off with my hands. So a lot of the shoots, these ones will actually turn into branches, but I don't want them to. So that was just one leaf, and if you tip the prune the end of the leaf like I did here, right at the end, then all of the side leaves shoot out, and then this gets thicker and turned into a branch. So that's exactly what I want to happen here. So what I've done is I've left this one on. It's already started to divide, so once this trunk gets, or this branch gets a bit thicker, I'll prune it, but I don't mind if it keeps growing out here. I'll use that as a bit of a leader. I've trimmed off everything on the top section as well, because I don't want any growing on here. This tree's basically been pushed over by the storm, and it's growing back this way. I've trimmed up everything here. I'm going to do the same thing with this branch over here, because I'm going to have a bit of a backup in case I want to fill this void here, and it's not strictly following bonsai rules, that's for sure. Now this one I have stripped all the way up to here. I'm going to leave these two specifically for the same reasons as the others, and this one I'm not sure of. I had planned to have this like as a three sort of trunk setup, but this fourth one I wasn't sure at the time. I'm actually thinking of making this a gin, which is I would take the wire off and I would strip all of the bark and just leave the bare timber as though it had been struck by lightning from here, and then basically come down to the live bit, and then the tree would continue to grow that way. So this one here I'm just starting to pad up. And you can see how that when the branch starts to thicken on the swampies, it turns brown, and like these ones here, even though they're quite small, see this one's in the process of turning from green to brown. It was a leaf, and then a little stem, and then it now becomes a branch. So this one here I've trimmed all around it, and I want to create like a pad on top here, and similarly with all of them as they go through. This one's starting to, this one's starting to, this one is as well, that one already is. So that's the first trim of the bonsai tank, first real trim anyway, and that's how it looks today. So I don't know if that was interesting or not, but I actually really enjoyed doing that. All right, so I've got no idea what's next, but here it is. Now, talking about personable fish, these guys, I haven't done an update on them for a little while, but these are the paradise fish that came from Matt Duffy. I've still got all of them, every one of them. I've definitely got at least a couple of girls, I think. I will put them back outside again very soon and then start them. You'll see these guys go into their new tub in pond update video that I'll do. But as far as personality is concerned, these guys are extremely friendly. They're not scared of me at all, and will definitely eat out of my hand. So this is something I do like to do. If you've got fish that are, I guess, predisposed to being nice, being friendly, do this with them. Like, actually spend some time with them, put your hand in there in a nice calm state is always good. Have the thought process that you mean them no harm, and then they will pick up on that energy and frequency very quickly. And they usually come over and actually want to suss out what's going on, which is pretty cool. Hey? I like to make different areas for them as well, because they like these big open spaces to get in and do their sparring and carrying on. This is a boy, you can tell because of the length of his fins there. Okay, I shouldn't keep playing in these ponds, because I've got to actually feed them and get upstairs and feed the cats and the dogs. I think that's a girl there. She's got a much chubbier belly, so shorter fins as far as the tail fins, and not as much colour. This is one of the boys. So anyway, I don't know what I was saying. I think I'll just go and find another tub to play in. What do you reckon, Brutus? We don't need to go upstairs, do we? Brutus. There you go. You're quite happy there. All right, he's medicated, by the way, for his legs, so he's a little bit sleepy, aren't you, beautiful? All right. Thought I'd give you a quick update on the angel babies. I think the majority of them have survived. I've just done a really quick water change on it. I've got to work out whether I'm going to put them into a tub tonight. You can see them down there. I'll move that around a bit. Some of them are free swimming already. How's that? There we go. Now you can see some. I know a few have died. I can see some bodies in there as well. But they're pretty much ready for baby brine shrimp and everything. So I fed them the first batch of that this morning. Hopefully, and there's more all over the place in there as well. So I'll probably, I don't know, I shouldn't even say it, but I'm thinking I'll leave them in that container. I'll have to work tomorrow. It'll be a late day, so I'm also working Saturday. So they've sort of got to stay in there till Sunday. Or I could set up one of these tanks that I've already got an old one there. I've also got those couple that Matt Duffy gave me. I could send the tank back to him for the cars. That would be funny. Gadids doing well. No issue with them. I know I'm biased, but I say they're the most beautiful Gadids I've ever seen. So this is why I don't go upstairs until late, because I just do stuff and then get distracted and just spend too much time down here. I am reasonably safe tonight, I think. Mrs. Fishroom is away again, babysitting our granddaughter, so I can kind of do what I like. This is still flowering. I think it's its second flower, which is pretty cool. And L333s, quick update if you're into the plecos. Little babies are growing up. I've got a smaller size, a smaller batch than that out as well. And yeah, I'm going to give that another clean up shortly. In fact, I'm going to do a video on this whole pleco rack, doing all 6 tanks in one go. It's the sheriff. What is he? What's he barking at? Sheriff? What is it, mate? Yeah, I can't see anything. Oh, it's the neighbour. Yeah, I see him. Okay, thank you. Enough. Enough. Sit down now. Sit down now. Sit down now. Enough. Oh, it's the bush turkey. That's what it... Oi! Zeg, come here. I don't mind him chasing the bush turkey. It's just going across the road. See the bush turkey running down the hill? If you didn't see that. Good boy, good boy. What a good boy you are. What a good boy. You're so brave. So brave. All right. Back to it. Okay, I guess I should end this video the way I started it, which would be with what to do with these angel babies. You probably won't see them through there. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. So I'm going to remove these guys, or upgrade these guys right now to this little tank over here that I just quickly knocked up. It was going to be for a nano cave, still will be, but just for now I don't have a choice. Decided to put them on Fry Alley, as it turns out to be. I have just, sorry, it's not a very big tank. I'm guessing maybe 7 litres, 5 litres, I don't know, who knows. But anyway, so I've just set it up for the babies. It's way better than the jug that they're in at the moment. Got a sponge filter running. I got sand and gravel from existing tanks, rocks from existing tanks. It's not a cycled sponge filter. It's a brand newie, really, but I didn't have a choice. I didn't have another one that was small enough for that. So with all of those extra bacteria covered, biofilm covered stuff, they should be fine. I'm pretty happy to put them in there. This is where I think it's the lighter bulbs. Let me see if I can turn this one off. Alright, it's not a heap better, but it is better, I guess. So this is the what's this? This is batch 3, I think. So yeah, these are the first ones that I got out of the 8-footer. So they're doing okay. In fact, really well. I haven't fed them yet, but I'm about to do that. So, and then as far as size-wise, now at the end of filming for this video, anyway, we've got any Cories in there. I literally can't see up there at the moment. So I'm hoping that you can see those guys. There's 16-ish, I think, from memory. Then this is batch 2. That's where they're at this stage. Doing nicely. Pretty happy with them, and they need to be upgraded soon. These guys are even more in need of upgrading the tank, but that's batch 1. Don't they look pretty cool? So, yeah, happy with that. How you doing, Splash? Yeah, you're waiting for some black worms, I know. Okay, so I'm going to move them across, but before I do that, I will just show you where these ones are at. Batches 4 and 5. Pretty good. I'm certainly happy with the survival rate in there. A lot better. I'm not short of electric blue Acaras. I don't think anyone potentially in Queensland would be short of electric blue Acaras if I put all of these up for sale. Anyway, that's them from there. Last job is Mr. Wendell's out again. I do love this dude. Oh, I know he's gone. Oh, he is. This glare's terrible. So the last job for this video is to move these guys right now. Okay, so I've given them as much of a clean out as I'm prepared to do without hurting them. So that's how many I've got. The water's ready to go. I will top up a bit with some fresh stuff, but right now, I don't know how well you'll see this, but the concern is just getting them out of there. Okay, none of them as bad as I thought. There's a few left, like shrimp. And still some more. Still some more. Come on, guys. What are you doing? Alright, that appears to be it. Alright. So we'll just have to keep an eye on these guys now. Now, swim around. I'm sure they're happier because it's a bigger home than the jug was. We'll look at a good way to film this tank too as they grow a little bit, but they won't be in it for too long. I'm not a fan of that glass for some reason. Is it like a tempered glass? I will drop some baby brine shrimp in there first thing tomorrow, so I've got it going at the moment, but in the meantime I'm going to feed them this, the Aqua Munch decapsulated brine, which is brilliant as it will sink in over time, really. So I just put a little pinch on top. I'll just sort of float down over the next few hours, and then I'm also going to give them just a little bit of the bug buffet, which I get into like a powder form, and just milk it up a little bit. See how that goes a bit milky. And the rest of the I love that. Not at that age. I should be into that hopefully soon. And there they go. These guys will hopefully get a decent feed now as well. And yeah, I'll keep you posted on how they're going. But I'm pretty happy to get these guys out of that 8-footer, that's for sure. Oh, there goes the sheriff. Okay, well, that's it. Brutus is very relaxed. He's actually off all of his medications, so he's just a chill dog. I know I've given Nick a good idea for a bug buffet dog merch, animal merch, so that's pretty cool. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been awesome, really, to throw this together. I don't know where it's going to end up, but I hope it ends up okay. Brutus is done and dusted. Ziggy, if you want to know where Ziggy is here, why he's not here, check out the bloopers, that's for sure. So that's it. That's the Seinfeld episode, or Seinfeld-esque. Yeah, I hope it all comes together okay. It was pretty random to say the least, but that's just what happens when you have a fish room and the stuff you've got to deal with. So, including this fella, who has certainly added a lot of time to my day, but also, or days, but we love him. So he's doing well and getting better each week. So thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate you guys tuning in. You've got no idea. That last Akara video has done very well. It took 30 plus hours for me to edit that and put it together, and to see it, be so well received is just fantastic and very rewarding. So thank you very much. Hopefully, I will see you again very soon. Cheers and bye for now. Yeah, say bye for now. Who am I talking to? The camera. You're a good boy. G'day everyone, welcome back to the fish room. I really appreciate you taking the time to come and hang out with me, and yeah, in particular today because I actually have nothing in particular to say. Fuck. Oh, that was not a good start.
Now, I was fortunate enough for Nick to bring me some of his cool new merch the other day, and in particular, I'm pretty happy with the Fishroom towel. So I don't know if he's actually wanting me to tell anyone about this yet, but really cool quality bag, great for covering dogs with. By the way, isn't that right, Rudy boy? Got me two coolers, which is good, and I love this one, which is the duckweed. But yeah, I'm a bit sort of surprised why he got me two. So you know, I've always got a camera in the other hand. So anyway, I better get back into it.
All right, Zig. Sit. Yeah, sit down. Sit. Dude, sit down. Sit. You ready? You ready? We're on. Oh, stop it. What have you been... Oh, stop it, the two of you. What have you been rolling in? You smell terrible. That's kangaroo poo, isn't it? You... Sit down. Sit. You smell terrible. Yeah, no, you can't be near me like that. That's bad. Poor mate. Now. Check out the bloopers, that's for sure. Well, that was just a blooper, wasn't it? No, you don't smell. It must be still Ziggy. That's bad. Ah, thanks. That one's done.